You've now entered the chat.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Chat Club podcast. I'm Brandon Nels Thomas.
Oh, and I'm Faith Jerome. That's my cue.
I'm just trying. We're just trying something new that I just don't tell Faith about.
Yep.
Welcome back to the podcast, you guys. It's been an eventful week already. We are filming on Tuesday this week, and news in Hollywood over the weekend was pretty crazy, no?
Yeah. I mean, on a few things, not like everywhere.
Crazy. But like a lot has happened this weekend. And
especially in the T Swift universe.
Swizzle, you guys, we love T Swizzle here at this podcast. So
we really do.
We cannot wait to dive into that. We cannot wait to dive into some more Joe Bro drama with Sophie Turner. Cannot wait to dive into some Super Bowl news. This is really like a football episode.
Right? And Taylor Swift, because, you know, she had her way with Joe Jonas back in the day.
Oh my God, it's full circle.
Honestly, it's just like truly just very American. Taylor Swift and football. What else do you have?
So American.
To make America, right?
Literally. But before we get into it, Faith, how was your week?
It was good. Just a normal average week. How about you?
Good. I started therapy this week.
Proud
Love
of you.
that.
Oh my God, we were talking about that last podcast.
Yes.
Like how I need therapy, but I don't go. Not because I don't want to. I ain't got that health insurance to do it, yo.
Literally, I wouldn't be going if it wasn't covered.
Right.
But no, so I did therapy this week, and you know, I loved the first therapy session. Do you know why? Because I'm delusional. And I always think that I am like on like a talk show. Like I'm on Jimmy Fallon and they're asking questions about me and I have to like answer.
Of course, that's my favorite subject.
Yeah, literally. Literally I'm like, okay, so like we'll talk about me. And then she's like, no, I want to like know the trauma. And I'm like, oh, so sorry.
Where to start? Where to
start? Oh girl, where to start? Yeah, so therapy, I started therapy, and nothing else has been new. I've been working a lot on the swimwear line, kind of like really getting into it again.
I saw your Insta story.
Yes, I'm making a beach bag. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be like a very multi-use beach bag.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, so like, I wanted people to be able to like use it at like a farmer's market or like grocery shopping, also to like the beach, Aldi, like just like really cute.
Right?
So I've been
sleepovers,
like one night hookups.
Absolutely.
It's honestly essential for every occasion,
right? Absolutely,
especially the beach. But so I've been really diving into that. And yeah, it's been great. But still very busy with Blaine and his health. So that's always like a roller coaster up and down, but it's been good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and we are going to definitely talk Big Brother because this past week was Double Elimination. And holy shit, you guys. It was.
And guess who didn't watch it live?
Me. I did not watch it live. You guys, I didn't watch it until like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night.
I was texting him, everybody. He's like, don't tell me. What? I'm like, what? He's like, I can't watch it right now. And I'm like, what?
No.
Everybody's watching right now.
I have like designated like TV time, and that doesn't start until like 10:30.
Yeah. Well, I know that now, but
yeah. So like I never.
You will not guess what just happened.
And I'm like, oh my God, don't
shut
spoil
the fuck
it.
up.
Don't spoil it. I was like, I opened Twitter X on accident, and I was already spoiled.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. About like one thing, but it wasn't crazy.
Right.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna be diving into Big Brother. Faith, what did you think about the Double Elimination?
So I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, that was so fucking pointless, which I can see that. But I was really excited because I was telling Brandon, like right before the episode started, I was like, I've really gotten attached to Cameron. I really like him. I know he has to go home, but like I want him to stay so bad. And then after he got the information that he is a BB zombie, like whatever the fuck that is, but that's obviously news and that's going to be something going on. So I got really excited about that. The other thing that I was really disappointed with is that, yes, Jared's finally out, but now he has the opportunity to come back just like Cameron.
Right.
And I really hope that Cameron beats him because I want his ass gone. But unfortunately, that means, is he going to the jury? Well, they still have to lose 2 more people.
No.
Yeah, they have to lose 2 more people than jury
people
starts.
If the double elimination went through, the next person out of the house would have been jury.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So if he is for sure now going to be out, then we don't have to worry about him because I honestly don't want to fucking deal with him anymore.
So if you guys did not watch last week's episode, which you guys where were you?
Right.
It was double elimination, and Cam was on the block. Cam was on the block next to America.
With America.
And since it was a double elimination, they went right into voting. And so it wasn't really a surprise. Everybody was going to vote out Cameron. But before voting started, they let them know that it was a double elimination. And which I think that production already told them all it was double elimination.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. They were all dressed up in
athletic clothes.
Yes, like they were all dressed to prepared. You know what I mean? Where this is the only reason why I noticed this is because Mimi, every voting ceremony gets dressed to the nines, and then switches for HOH. And she wasn't. She was just in sports clothing,
just ready.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it was at what, a 9-0 vote, 8-0 vote. And
so he's out.
So he was out. Cameron got voted out, and he just he wasn't surprised. He wasn't shocked. He was just yeah, no shit. But we got this interesting message when he walked out of the house and was talking with Julie Chen, and she was like, well, your game might not be over. And this is when I knew that something was going to go down. And
this is when I texted Brandon, holy fuck.
And I was like, okay, here we go. And I was ready for this because I don't know if I told you this. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I thought that there was going to be a battle of the back situation this season, but I don't know if I really said it. I don't know.
I feel like you did because we were talking about how it was a weird number of them starting with 17 players.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's an extra 100, not an extra 100 days, but it's instead of 90 days, it's to 100 days in the Big Brother house. So.
And
gotta do something.
So to me, I was like, okay, this makes sense. And then it goes right into the HOH competition, and the HOH competition is it was best matched, right? It was kind of a Tinder dating thing.
Honestly, I was so confused with it. I was trying.
I know it. So,
I was like, what are you seeing? How? I was like, I only got 2 seconds. All I saw were the pictures. I didn't even read yet.
I love those types of games because I play it with the players. And so I'm sitting here and I'm guessing them, and then they get it wrong. I'm fucking idiot.
But they were all attacking Sari.
Oh my God, Sari. This is when Sari knew she was fucking on the outs, was every Jag, Corey, America, was Mimi even doing it? Who did Mimi choose?
I think she chose America.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't Mimi.
Something like that.
But basically they all were attacking Sari, and Sari was
oh my God. I was honestly sad for her.
Oh, I wasn't. I was okay.
Oh, really? Because she's just oh, come on. And I'm like, I'm sorry. This is all game, please.
Right.
Don't take it personally.
And then the one thing Sari is not is a competitor. She doesn't win comps. Like, that's just not her thing.
Right.
And so
She's more of like what's
strategist.
that one word? Yes,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
You're
for
good.
sure.
That's a good word.
Yeah,
Good
oh,
job.
thank you. I just like thought it and then said it.
Oh my god.
But like basically so basically Corey wins HOH, and I was not surprised about
Yeah.
so I was annoyed because I thought that
There we go.
this should have been the opportunity to put up Sari and Jared.
Yeah.
Because like whatever which way it would have gone, like one of them would have went home.
Right. But I think he was mostly worried about Jared.
Jared,
like
for sure.
Because he is the comp one.
Right. He is the
winner.
comp winner.
And he was honestly the most dangerous one because he's a fucking lunatic.
Right. So he ends up on the block. Blue ends up on the block. He ends up like nominating those two, which we watched last Sunday's episode. You kind of like watched behind the scenes of like what was going on.
Drama.
Yeah, like Blue going up to him and being like, don't put, what did she say? Don't put Jared and I up, or don't put Sari up. And what did she say? I don't know.
No, she said, don't put me up. And he's like, well, to be honest, like, I'm worried that if you win the power of veto, you're going to take him down. And she's like, okay, well, I promise I won't. So you go ahead and put him and Suri up. And he's like, fuck that. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
So then he goes and puts them up.
Right. So he, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And Jared, we still have more to talk about
Yes.
before we start shit talking Jared.
Yeah,
but
literally. Okay, so
I hate him.
So basically, it's them on the block, and it comes to the veto competition. And the veto competition is like basically like it's a comp. Like it's not like a mental competition; it's a physical competition. You have to jump over a beam, and then you have to dig and find the correct shaped things to go in the hole.
Yeah.
And the daggers.
I wonder what those were.
And
sorry. I'm just thinking out loud.
Oh no, you're good. And so they were playing the competition. Matt ends up winning, which I was so happy about. And he didn't end up using the veto, but Corey wanted him to use the veto, or did not.
No, he said he didn't want it to, but the thing is that Matt was chosen by Jared. Jared got the house guest choice. He picked Matt,
right,
hoping that when Matt wins it, he would take Jared down.
Right.
Matt told Jared, "Yeah, I got you." Lied right to his face.
Right.
Corey's like, if you use it, take Blue down. We can put Sari, but honestly, just like don't use it. And he was like, okay. So. Yeah, so he doesn't use it. Noms stay the same.
So noms stay the same, and it goes right into voting.
Yeah.
And Sari is like freaking out.
She's trying to rack. She's trying to rack up the numbers.
She's trying to like rally up everybody to make sure that they keep Jared instead of Blue. And Bowie Jane is like, well, if you have the numbers, sure. And she was like, well, we do have the numbers. Like you're the fifth vote. And she was like, well, I'm going with the house. So if the house is not voting Blue out, I'm going to vote Jared out. And she pulls Mimi and Felicia into it and they both go, no, we're voting out Jared. And
she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's majority. And she's just like, no, we're the majority right
and
here.
they're like, no, the house is voting. And she's like, but we're the house. And it's like, no, you're not anymore, Suri. Like, you are not that influential in the house anymore.
And then she was calling them morons behind their backs.
Right.
Like,
and so they end up going to the voting. It was an 8-1 or 7.
No, 6-1.
6-1. Oh yeah, camera's gone. So 6-1 voting. And Jared was out of the house. And I was like, thank fucking God.
yes.
He's finally out. And then when he meets Julie Chen, she gives the unfortunate news that there is going to be a battle of the block competition, and that they are BB zombies, and that they are going to go back into the house as BB zombies, and they are going to compete against each other to pit. Okay, so this is how I understood it. They are going to compete against one another to then pick players for the Battle of the Back competition to see, and if the winner of the Battle of the Back competition wins, they choose who stays in the house.
Oh, I didn't read it like that at all.
Okay, what did you read it as?
Okay. So what I interpreted it as, whatever the word is. So they play these 3 comps, which is they build this teeter-totter with balls.
Right.
Whoever wins that one gets to decide whether that person or the other, so like whether, let's say it's Cameron who wins. Cameron gets to decide if he wants to play in this competition or if he wants to have Jared play it. But the fact is that if they lose, the other gets to stay.
Okay.
But they don't know what the competition is.
I understand.
And they play it live. That person plays it live on Thursday.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Okay, so they have to compete? Like, the winner of this round has to compete or no?
Yeah. It's probably like, I don't know, some kind of weird mental challenge. It's like a puzzle or something that the house guests were trying to like talk about, like what they think it might be. Because if they get it wrong or they fail, that other person gets to come back into the house.
So is it like timed, do you think?
Well, I'd assume so. Especially since it's happening live, you know?
True. Well,
Yeah.
because Cam won, just so you know.
Yes.
Yeah, Cam won.
That's my boy.
Yeah. So,
and I don't think he would just have Jared go ahead and do it. I think he would fight for his life and he'll take it in his own hands.
Right. But like, so he goes in, and what if he loses?
So if he loses, Jared gets to come back.
Okay. So
Bye, Cameron.
So like, I don't okay, I guess like we'll have to wait until Thursday because I don't quite understand what the competition would be.
Exactly.
If, like,
yeah.
he plays and then he loses. Like, how do you lose if you're playing against yourself?
And like I said, it must be a puzzle that they'll have to do.
Yeah. Wild.
And judging by the first day of Big Brother, remember how they had all those mini household competitions?
Yes.
Jared had the puzzle one. He lost that one. Oh. And that's why he was on the block.
Yes.
So if it's a puzzle, sorry, Jared, but it's Cameron, and he's probably going to play it by himself.
Right.
So let's hope that Cameron knows what the fuck he's doing.
But it's like a weird schedule this week, so we don't have a Wednesday episode. But we do have a Thursday episode, and that's when we kind of will find out what's going on. And hopefully a new head of household will be crowned on Thursday, since like I hope this like competition
please
don't
let it be Mimi.
Literally, please let it be Mimi. I feel like from Sunday, because here I know this is what I know from the lives. Okay. I know that Mimi and Felicia have a final 2. I know that Mimi and Felicia are trying to form a Final 4 alliance with Corey and America.
Okay.
And I think that's a pretty solid plan. Yeah.
Did you see how about Suri and Felicia just getting
the drama
neck?
of Suri and Felicia, like going right fucking into it? Like, it brought back like old BB vibes, and I was like, thank God, finally. But
we need more of this.
I was like low key like rooting for Felicia, but like also
absolutely
she was like low key wrong, but like I don't care.
Yeah, she lied. She was lying through that fake tooth of hers.
Yeah,
you know?
but like I'm sorry, but like as she should be. Suri has been fucking lying and fucking like going around being a snake throughout the whole game.
Right?
Like creating alliance here, creating alliance there, creating alliance. I am not an alliance with this, blah, blah, blah. Her whole game is a lie. Like, so based off of like not telling people that her son is in the game. Her whole game is a lie.
Exactly.
But like,
did you see how uncomfortable Mimi was though?
Oh my
she was staying
God.
in that room while they're fighting, and I'm like,
I was surprised she stayed in there. I was surprised that she
Right?
stayed.
Well, it's probably because she had to like stay in there because she's, you know, her homegirl Felicia's in there. You don't want her to seem like you gave up.
She
on
was
her,
like,
even though
my
you didn't
whole
fucking say
alliance is
anything.
fighting against one another. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, Jared's a piece of shit.
Exactly.
He fucking sucks.
And she wants him to stay.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, Jared fucking sucks. Mimi, get your head on right. So you can start fucking thinking right. Like, Jared is fucked. I think Mimi, like, you thinking that you need to align with America and Corey is a smart fucking move. Them not including like a Jag or a Matt into it is kind of like going to be a little weird. But like, don't involve Matt because apparently Matt is up Cerie's ass because for what fucking reason?
I don't know. It's probably he probably has mommy issues or something, dude.
Like, I don't know what is with him.
Can we also talk before we change the subject? Jared was a complete asshole to Blue yet again. So when he comes back into the house as a zombie, he goes up to her and says, I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. Why didn't you have my back, bro? Why didn't you tell me I was the target? And she's like, bitch, like, Corey's had a household. You guys got into a fight. Like, connect the fucking dots. But he goes into it. And by the way, all of this happened within like 5 minutes. How y'all got time to say, by the way, you're the target? Bitch, you're on the block. You already know you're the fucking target.
But here's the thing.
You think Blue's the target?
Like, she did tell him. Like, before voting, like, she could have been like, no, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the target or you're the target. She was like, no, you're the target.
Right.
Like, you are going out. Sorry. And then he was like, well, I can't believe you lied to me, bro. No. Like, put 2 and 2 together. 2 + 2 = 4. Like, hello.
Right? Especially since you've won so many competitions already. And you're a fucking asshole. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
And like
he...
watching the lives really shows Jared's true colors. Like, I don't think, like, he gets a nice edit in the fucking final cut. And that's what I hate about it. Like, because Jared is a misogynistic piece of shit. And the fact that, like, he's sitting there in the lives of, like, him and Blue, and they're talking, and Jared's like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, blah, blah. And she's like, are you breaking up with me? And he goes, we were never dating. We're not together. We were never together. I have a girlfriend. And she was like, wait, what? And I'm like, Blue, wake the fuck up.
Right? Remember when you wanted to send his ass home on your HOH? Where the fuck is that, Blue?
Where's that energy?
Right? I thought she was crying. Like, I thought she was fake crying when he left.
Yeah, same.
But I think it was real. So that's really unfortunate. Girl, don't have those feelings.
Don't
He's
have
a
the
fucking
feelings.
douchebag.
It's not that, like, hard. Don't have them.
No. Right? Did you see that TikTok I sent you about how, like, if he does get out early, he can go and hit up, like, his family members, like her sister, Hillary? And then, I don't know if it was her sister or not, but
no, I did not.
Her name said Hillary at the bottom, and she's just like, I don't want this.
That's hilarious.
It was so funny.
That's funny. No, so, but did it, like, that also, he was also being an asshole to Bowie Jane.
Yes.
Like, there was a clip on the lives where Bowie Jane walks into, like, the bye-bye bitches room. And, like, Cerie is there, like, Felicia's
hello,
there.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Mimi's there, but, like, she was like, hello, ladies. And Jared's sitting in the bed. And then she was like, oh, I guess gentlemen, like, ladies and gentlemen. And he was like, yeah, well, you know, what if I called you a dude or something like that? And he was like, well, you do have broad fucking shoulders. Like, I'm sorry. She was not misgendering you. Like, she, like.
It was an honest mistake.
Like,
she probably didn't.
Fuck off.
Right? And then Siri and Felicia are like, I can't believe that. She is totally, what the hell was she trying to talk about? She can't fucking dish it.
Everybody hates Bowie Jane for no fucking reason.
Right? Is it because she's foreign? I don't get it.
I'm not the biggest fan of her because I think she's a floater and she's not doing anything. She doesn't.
Exactly.
She doesn't, like, add anything to this game. But, like, also, like,
but she's a nice person.
Right. Like, don't attack her personally for no fucking reason.
Right. That's not a game move. That's not strategic. You're being a fucking bully.
Right. And I don't
he even said, bye, boy. See ya, boy. And I'm like, I'm getting hurt. and this is pissing me off even more.
Jared literally, I literally
and it's
cannot stand him.
immature. It's immature and ridiculous.
Yeah, but like, what do you expect? He's like, he literally sucks.
I know. And his mom just babies him.
It's just.
Also, I want to know,
Yeah.
like, how many HOHs he's won. And, you know, they put pictures in the HOH room of his, like, family and friends and stuff. How have they not seen a picture of his mom?
How have they not put that together?
Like, I don't.
Or a letter from his mom.
Right. Because, like, he didn't know she was coming. Well, supposedly he didn't know
That
that
is
she
a
was supposed to be
great
coming to
fucking
the house.
point, Faith. That's great.
Yeah.
You're
And
thinking
how many pictures
outside of
do
the
they-
box.
I'm thinking outside the Big Brother house.
Oh, slay.
But, like, I wonder how many pictures they choose for them to choose for your HOH room or whatever. And how many,
Right.
if you get different ones every time you're in HOH.
Right.
And you're telling me he never chose any pictures of his own mother?
Do you miss when they used to be like, come up to my HOH room?
Yes.
I want that back.
Oh my God, seeing all their snacks and they read their letter and they got all emotional. And I'm like, yes. Remember when Frankie won HOH?
Yes.
And you see everyone looking at the pictures and he'd be like, yeah, that's my sister Ari. And I'm like,
Slay.
and it's only like baby pictures,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. No,
Amazing.
for real. Like, I don't know. I wish they didn't take that away from us. Like, that is like
I know.
original recipe Big Brother, and they just like snatched it away from us.
Yes.
But anyways, anything else you would like
Anyway.
to add to the Big Brother recap?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything that's up to date.
Yeah, agreed. I hope.
And look
Cameron-
we're under 30 minutes.
I know.
Yes.
Jolene, you listening? She has not said anything. So, excuse me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't.
I didn't know if
she's-
she had any
Pointers?
any thoughts about what she heard. Yeah. About the last episode when we were talking about her.
So real. But we will go into the top 3 stories of this week. I am so excited to get into this because we have lots to talk about. Okay. First story. Taylor Swift attends Sunday Night Football and ratings go up to 24.3 million viewers. Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs did more than take down Chicago Bears during the September 24th game Sunday night. Telecast on Fox America's Game of the Week got a Taylor's version treatment and delivered a total audience of 24.32 million viewers and scoring the highest among female demographic across the ages of 12 to 17, 18, and 49 this week. Oh my God. That's like, okay, crazy. I heard it was like 60%, like total female audience increase. And, okay, so aside from Patrick Mahomes' successful performance, the game features a notable cameo from Taylor Swift herself, who watched the game from a suite alongside Chiefs players Travis Kelce's mother, Donna, as the Chiefs completely wipe out the competition, ending the game with a score of 41-10. The appearance likely boosted the game's ratings as fans of the Afterglow singer reacted to calculating rumors of a romance with Kelce. But basically, you guys, we talked about this last week. We talked about rumors of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and nobody was confirming anything. His brother was like adding to the rumors about like his brother seeing Taylor Swift and then going on a few dates or whatever. And I don't know if I really believed it.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, I don't really believe it. But I remember the exact moment I was at on Sunday when I received the news that Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game. We were at Blaine's cousin's, Rob and Melissa's house, and we were sitting. Yeah, love them. And we were sitting in their sunroom, and Rob has the game on, Chiefs, of course. Like, it was like literally like Kismet. And my sister sends me a message and she goes, "Do you see who's at the Chiefs game?" And I turn to the TV, and there is
Right.
Miss Taylor Allison Swift on the fucking screen. And I was losing my fucking mind because I was like, hold up. Travis Kelce plays for the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. What the fuck is going on? And I was like, oh my God. I hit to Twitter right away. Twitter's blowing up, Faith. Blowing up. Oh, I instantly was into it.
So I had the same experience, but so my stepmother Megan, she's a Bears fan. My dad's a Packer fan. They love to rival each other.
Right.
So after the Packer game, it was the Bears game. So we turned it on, and it's just starting. And my dad, Megan, and I were all in the living room. We're just talking. Well, I'm mostly talking because I don't like football, so I'm always just chatting it up, talking about anything else.
You're me same.
And then my dad catches a glimpse, and he's like, oh, look, there she is. And I look, and I'm like, huh? And he's like, see, look it. They were talking about that on the news. Taylor and that guy. And I'm like, don't be too quick to judge, okay?
Okay.
She's just living her life. We don't know if this is official or not,
Right.
okay?
Right. But she's sitting next to his mom.
So I didn't know that was his mom until you just said. I thought that was her mom. So I was like, oh, very nice.
Okay, well, here's the thing. His mom and her mom are like literally identical twins. Like they look so
right? That's
similar.
why I was like, oh, okay.
Well, no, they look
Like,
so similar. And
Right?
literally, Travis Kelce is dating Taylor Swift. Like
Yes,
they're
they
dating.
even walked out of the game. They walked out of the game hand in hand together.
Okay, you
and Taylor's
thought-
just like, hey guys. And I'm like, what? You're actually talking to people? What?
The content we got after the game was
Yes.
like, you thought the content of her like being at the game was good. The content after was
Oh my
so
God.
good. Like
Right?
them walking
She didn't
out
go and hide in a
together.
fucking suitcase.
No.
That is wild.
Them walking
That is
out
wild.
together. And
That's a statement.
okay, this is so weird to me. I was like thinking about this, like the fact that they were like in the hallway, everybody is staring at them. Like,
Right?
that's so fucking
It's
weird.
like Bella. It's like Bella and Edward.
Literally.
What is everyone staring at? Doesn't matter. I'm just going to hell anyway. I want to live that
That's
moment. I want to
literally-
live that moment.
Literally the same thing. Like, play Twilight and it's
Exactly.
Taylor and Kelce. Like,
No, I saw this other meme. I think I sent it to you.
Okay.
But Allison's in her little audience box, whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't know sports. And it's from High School Musical 3. So it's like Gabriella singing.
yeah,
And then it goes to Travis, and he's just like, and he's like looking up at her, and I'm like, oh my God, why am I blushing right now?
Okay.
This is a fucking TikTok.
This is literally no, Faith. Literally, this is like a movie. Like, this is a book. Like, this is
wild. Yes.
fucking wild. Because here's the thing. Okay, so afterwards, they get into his fucking, what was it? A convertible? I don't know what it was. What kind of car?
I didn't see them get into a car. I just saw them walk through
Okay,
the hallway.
so
yeah.
they get into his convertible car. This is the same woman that hid in a fucking trailer that was bulletproof that the fucking president goes into. And now she's in a convertible driving around Kansas City. Like, nonchalantly. But I guess that they went to a restaurant. And, okay, so here's the rumor. Either she paid for everybody's checks, like everybody's dinner that was at the restaurant so they could leave. But then,
Bye.
yeah, but I think that, okay, I think both happened. I think that she paid for everybody's checks that were eating at the restaurant. Mm-hmm. And once they left, Travis Kelce rented out the restaurant. So he covered the servers' wages. He covered he covered everything.
The tips and all that shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
paid for everything. So I think both happened, and I think that was great because I guess the whole team showed up, and friends and family showed up at the
Aw.
restaurant. They all celebrated the win, and I think it's just I am beaming because we have never ever gotten this type of like content from Taylor's relationships. And like I'm a Swiftie. I'm like so into it. But like Faith, I want you I want to hear like what your thoughts of like these two like American icons like being together.
So I'm going to be real. I have never heard of this football player in my life until Taylor Swift. And I feel like that's the majority of America now. And you're right. When you said like this is like a movie, you're right. It is. Like this is a blockbuster movie we are living in real life. Like we thought Princess Diana becoming queen was like the big break in the 90s, right? This is ours right now in the 2020s.
This is the American
fucking
dream.
Wild. This is exactly like I said. Football, Taylor Swift as one. Okay, this is so crazy, and I don't know. Yeah, a legendary superstar, pop star, goes out with like this all-time whatever. Is he a quarterback? I assume he'd be. I don't think he is.
I don't think he is because I think Mahomes is the quarterback.
Okay, anywho, big football player. He's also hella dreamy. That stash, I could lick that off.
Okay, so Travis Kelce is
that's
like
amazing.
Right up your alley.
Absolutely. And great taste, Taylor Swift. Amazing. 10 out of 10. That also means like, yes, he's busy during this whole football season, but when he's off season, he could spend all of his time with her.
Right.
Isn't that great though?
So here's the thing. I think that Taylor and him are like a very like I never would have placed them together, but them together makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I think
and she seemed so happy.
She looked so happy cheering him on.
She's beaming.
Like, if you think back to You Belong With Me and her being on the bleachers, like always wanting to be with the quarter, like the football player. Like, it just like makes me so happy.
I forgot about that.
Yes, like it's so cute. Like it's just like she's finally the girl who would like everybody loves, and like she's with this guy that everybody adores. And so it's just it just like to me it just like makes sense. And this is like really like the American couple. Like this is for America. Like, I am not patriotic, but like this makes me want to be like proud to be an American.
And I'm proud to stand up next to you.
Exactly.
Defend Taylor to the end.
And so like it just like makes me makes me beam.
Yes.
It just but also like this is I've been like seeing articles like pop up all day today about this, and I guess because like this is like what everybody is talking about, and I guess that like Taylor was really, really smitten with like him going out of his way publicly trying to get her attention, and I guess like there was like rumors that like they were like because I don't think that this is like their first time meeting.
Right.
Like I don't think this is like a first accountant this is like a first time meeting. I don't think that this is because like you don't bring her to the football game.
Right.
Like first
with your
day.
mother.
Yeah, sitting next to your mom for the first date.
Right.
But also like
this is them like
going,
their first outing though.
Right.
This is making it official.
But like them like making it so public, like this I think that like her keeping her life so private all the time, but also like having to like be a public figure and share parts of her life publicly, and like keeping that like a relationship with your partner and spouse separate is like a huge part of your life, and like having that separate and like not a part of anybody else's, including her fans, is like really hard because
absolutely
it just like creates a disconnect. And like we didn't ever see her and Joe together publicly at any events, at any outings except like paparazzi of them at the beach or like in the park. Like, this is just so different, and I think that this is exactly what Taylor needs. She needs a man who can stand on his own, has his own platform, has a career, has his own schedule, and that like basically like they can live two separate lives, but also like if they need to come together, they can come together.
Absolutely.
It's
How
just
freaky is it though? Like Kansas City, that's not much different than Wisconsin. Could you imagine her just driving down the street of in Madison, like, "Hey y'all"?
I didn't believe it. Like I wasn't I saw on Twitter like some rumors of like that like Taylor gonna be at the game, but I was like no, like I ignored it because I was like no fucking way. And I saw that like I saw on Twitter they're like Taylor's like arriving at the game, and I was like no, she's not. Like she's not arriving at the game. But then she was, and I was like holy shit. Like, do I think that she'll ever be at a game again this season? Most likely not.
Who knows?
I think she had like the element of surprise on her side. So like, but like, what is Kansas City gonna do when like a ton of gay people show up at the football game? Like, what are they gonna do?
Right?
No, so it's just amazing. I'm so for this.
Yes.
And I'm just so
absolutely.
like I'm a huge fan of Taylor. I'm so happy if she's happy.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Oh my God. Speaking of Taylor, though, should we talk about one of her exes?
Yes. Let's get into the second story. We will move on, you guys. I will stop
To another
gushing.
Joe.
Yes. So, okay. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner agreed to keep their children in New York temporarily as divorce proceeds. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas are keeping their two young children in New York for now as part of the temporary court agreement filed Monday, according to documents. The two stars are in the midst of a divorce after 4 years of marriage. Last week, Turner sued Jonas, seeking the return of her children to London. But an interim consent order obtained by CNN and filed in New York shows that the Game of Thrones actress and the Jonas Brothers singer have reached a temporary agreement to keep their daughters, born in 2020 and 2022, in the States. In her petition last week, Turner outlined a now estranged couple's efforts over the past year to find their forever home in England, and that prior to the end of their marriage, they mutually agreed on settling in the UK. So their children are both fully involved, but they want to keep their lives normal as can be during the divorce. So basically, they are coming to an agreement to keep the children in New York for the time being while things like news kind of settles down.
This just seems very messy.
I was gonna say the same. Like, I think that this divorce is just like very messy. I don't know. Like, this is how I feel. I feel like I'm a neighbor watching through my window, staring at my neighbor. You know, like them, like a couple fighting through the window. Like, I don't know. Like, this is how I feel about Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas's like whole divorce debacle.
Yeah.
It just seems like too personal.
It's really. Yes, and it's also kind of like when you're on Facebook and like a old family friend is starting to like air out all of their dirty laundry on Facebook, and they just want people to ask like, "What's the matter? What are you talking about? Oh my God, I'm so sorry you're going through this."
That's exactly what it feels like.
And it's really uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable. I just don't know. I really wish that this divorce was like handled outside of the media. Like, knowing that these two people are like huge public figures, I just think that this situation, including children that are only 3 years old and younger,
max,
like, like this really should just be out of the media's hair and like really should just take a step back. But I'm glad that like they are being an adult and being like, listen, let's just keep them in one place. Like let's not transfer them back and forth and like make this a whole thing.
Right.
Because like psychologically, like they're children. Like one's 3. I know 3 is like really young, but like
they still are understanding what's the fuck's going on.
right. Like a baby 1 year old is not really going to understand what's going on. But like a 3-year-old has an impressionable brain. So like, like traumatic things can happen, and you know the brain is funny.
Yeah.
Like she could view this as a very traumatic thing, and she'll be remembering this. So like, I think that children are a very personal and private thing, and that this should just be held privately. If this was like the last news that we got from Sophie and Joe, I'd be happy. But unfortunately, I think that this divorce is going to be very messy.
Yeah. Like another thing, like, so all 3 of the brothers are husbands and fathers. All of their partners are very well known with being with the Jonas brothers, right?
Right.
They were all in one music video at one point.
Right.
And how do you think the other spouses and other brothers are,
right,
like, thinking about this?
Right.
Like, did they all cut ties with Sophie?
Like,
with Joe?
I can't imagine. Like, I don't know if you saw this, but like Taylor Swift took Sophie Turner out for dinner.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was great. I was like, okay, thank God. Like, she has Taylor on her side. Like, from a PR move, like, this is great. Taylor taking Sophie out is like phenomenal. But like, also, I don't know. I really wish this was just more of like a cleaner situation.
Yes.
It just seems very messy.
Another thing that's like also really messy about it is that they're still on tour, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I feel like they should have waited until after.
Right. Like, it's like, are the children touring with them? Like, are they leaving the state of New York? Or like what's going on? Are they staying with Sophie in New York? Because Taylor was with Sophie in New York. She wasn't in London. So like, and like, is the lawsuit dropped? I'm assuming that the lawsuit's dropped since they came to agreement. But like, it's just like, do I think that like Sophie Turner intentionally wanted to sue Joe Jonas? No, I think she wanted to get his attention and be like, listen, like, this isn't okay. You know? I really just like, I'm really on Sophie's side if I had to pick a side, but like, I just really wish this was handled privately.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know if this was truly like Joe saying all these things or if it was like all of his like PR team being fucking assholes and trying to stir up the pot, you know?
Right.
And get a handle on things before anything got out of control or anyone besmirched his name first.
Right.
So I don't know. It, like how you said, messy, very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate children are being involved.
Yes.
But they are a factor. So.
Let's hope everything works out well in the end.
Okay, so moving on to some more football news.
Oh, we're very into sports here.
Like, we are, should you say, athletic queens? Like,
yeah,
hello?
exactly. Follow us for more ESPN content.
ESPN hire us, like,
right? It's like Karen on Mean Girls. I have ESPN.
Literally, we have ESPN.
Yeah,
and that's all we can say.
When it's raining, yeah.
Usher to headline 2024 Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show. The iconic performer will take the NFL's biggest stage on February 11th, 2024 in Las Vegas. Usher will headline the 2024 Super Bowl halftime show presented by Apple Music during the game set to take place February 11, 2024. The iconic singer from Atlanta will take the stage at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, the first time the big game will ever take place in the city. Quote,
Oh.
"It's an honor of a lifetime to finally check a Super Bowl performance off my bucket list. I can't wait to bring the world a show unlike anything else they've seen from me before," Usher said in a statement. "Thank you for the fans and everyone who made this opportunity happen. I'll see you real soon." Usher had also announced that that his 9th album, Coming Home, will arrive on Super Bowl Sunday. This marks his first new album since 2016. Usher is going to headline Super Bowl Sunday this season.
I don't even remember what his songs were in 2016.
Do you know what song comes to mind when I think of Usher?
Yeah, that's what I. Or oh my God,
thank you. Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. I said, I'ma let the beat drop.
Was that Usher playing or was that Faith? Because literally you sounded just like the recording. Professional.
That was like one of my favorite songs when it first came out. I was obsessed with it.
Usher should hire you for the halftime show to just do that part of Oh My God.
I won't do it again.
But like for real, like they should hire you.
Yeah.
Anybody who has Super Bowl connections, look Faith up here.
Oh my God. No, yeah. The song, or like, I'm gonna make love in this club. You know that? What's that one song?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna find love in this club. In this club. You know, you totally know what the fuck song I'm talking about.
I don't.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I have no idea.
I just can't. All I'm thinking about is the Oh My God song.
I know, that's in my head.
So now, it was in the movie Hustlers.
Yes. Oh no, I never watched it. I know. I should really watch it though.
It was too hetero for you?
No, because I think like the gays loved it. No,
I don't know. I don't know anything about that
Jennifer Lawrence
stuff.
was in it, but that girl from Riverdale was in
Jennifer
it.
Lopez.
Oh yeah,
Jennifer Lopez. There's too many Jennifers. Jennifer Lawrence is way too awkward to work a pole.
I was thinking J-Law, not J-Lo.
No, she was fantastic.
But that girl from Riverdale was in it. Lily Reinhart, right?
Oh, yeah. And she was like in there for like 2 seconds.
Oh, thank God.
But Keke Palmer was in it.
Oh,
and
love
Keke
Keke.
Palmer, always a good time.
So good. She's so funny.
Have you seen the new Jordan Peele movie that she's in? It's called Nope.
No, I've never seen it.
Well, it's on Prime and it's really good.
I'll watch it.
You know, like how he makes like the
Us,
the
Get Out,
and Us. Yeah, so it's that.
Both very good movies.
I had no idea what it was about until I watched the movie, and I'm like, wow.
I remember
nothing what I thought this was going to be about.
Did you and I see Get Out together?
No, I watched that one. Like my dad had DirecTV, and we had like Showtime or HBO.
Oh, yeah.
Free for like a weekend, and I watched it. So no, I didn't watch it with you. And then I watched Us, the same reasoning of how I watched it.
Yeah.
And that movie fucked me up.
Okay, so
that movie fucked me up.
So Get Out was like very good. I thought it was a phenomenal. I saw it in theater. I don't know who I saw it with, but I thought it was phenomenal. Maybe I saw it with Alex.
My God. I can't imagine watching in the theater. That would have been so good.
Yeah, it was so good. But I saw Us with Blaine. Blaine and I watched it together. And the ending fucked me up psychologically. I was like, what?
I want to start crying.
I want to start crying. Like,
what's the deal with the scissors too? Why does everyone just only use scissors?
It's just fucking wild. And
go watch it just to
but I should
fuck
watch
up your mind.
Like the Barbie movie is now on like digital, so you can like buy it. And have you seen Barbie?
Yeah,
okay.
I did. It was very, very
I'll
good.
watch it tonight. I'll buy it and watch it tonight.
Okay. But yeah, you gotta watch Nope.
Yeah, so good.
Because the guy from Get Out is Keke Palmer's brother in the movie. So there's
no way.
Two together. And I have the biggest crush on him. I do not remember what his name is, but I'm pretty sure he's British.
He is.
But he is. I love him.
Here's the thing. His eyes are
Oh my
so
God.
dreamy. But like, okay.
Yes.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. It'll be rude.
What?
No, nothing.
I know he has very big eyes, but so do I.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, he has very, very, very big eyes.
I was like, wait, I think about the eyes on like the kids you would have.
Right.
More to see you with, my dear.
We definitely would have perfect vision for sure.
2020 plus. Like, so
My dad
for
always
real.
called me cow eyes when I was a kid.
No,
'cause
that's
it's
so
such large
meme.
eyes.
That's so meme. That's so mean.
Why did I make that face for meme?
That's
That
so
is a meme now.
mean.
Yeah, so me and whatever McDreamy's name is, I love you.
Well, Faith, you're beautiful.
Thank
You do not
God
look like a
bless.
cow.
It's just the eyes.
I cannot believe he was like, oh, you got cow eyes. I'd be traumatized. I would definitely be talking about that.
Therapy.
Yes, thank you.
Therapy.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. I was like, oh my God.
I am doing too much singing on this episode.
No, please.
I'm
It's
so
really
sorry.
it's a sing along actually.
It's right.
I
I was like, oh my God.
literally.
Why did I sound like Cher just
I was
then?
gonna say like very Cher
Right?
vibe.
I'm wearing Celine Dion. What the fuck?
Wait, love it. Is that what you
I
got
was
in
like,
Vegas?
oh my God.
Sing, bitch, sing.
I wish I was on Lip Sync. No, what is that song called? What is that show called? I don't remember. Oh, Lip Sync Battle?
Yeah.
No, that was something else. That wasn't actual singing, though. That was them acting it out, I think.
Don't know.
Anywho. Oh, I think it was called That's My Jam. But anyway.
That's not okay. Yeah, so that is Usher, sorry, like we went on a tangent. Usher, congratulations on the Super Bowl.
I don't even know how we got to
Keke
point
Palmer.
A to like point Y.
I'm thinking about it, I'm like, we went on a tangent, like so far off. Like I forgot Usher was even in the room.
I forgot we were doing a podcast.
Like for real. For real. So real. Yeah.
Wow, we both said it at the same time. Match pitch. Okay. I think we should call it a night because we just hit an hour, people.
Yes, we did. We just hit an hour. Thank you
welcome.
guys so much for listening and watching to tonight's podcast. We are the Chat Club Podcast, your favorite evening podcast.
You know it.
We are available anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts. We are also on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/@the-chat-club-podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Threads, TikTok @the-chat-club. And follow Faith and I on Instagram and on Twitter, X, wherever you get your information, social media, @Faith Jerome
Yes.
and @Brandon Nels T. Yes, you guys. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We cannot wait for next week. See you guys then.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.